The Disney Classic Games Collection is an updated version of the Disney Classic Games Aladdin and the Lion King, which released in October of 2019. If you own the 2019 version, a digital update is available for $9.99 US. I played it on Nintendo Switch, but it's also available for PS4, Xbox One, and PC. You won't find much different here other than a few welcome new features such as Rewind and Watch, which lets you start the game watching a video of a playthrough and allows you to take over whenever you want. Watch is a great feature, but I wish I could activate it mid-playthrough instead of being forced to start with it in order to use it at all. And once you take over, there's no reactivating it in that playthrough. The real meat and potatoes of this update, though, is the added games, namely SNES Aladdin and The Jungle Book. If you've played these games before, you can expect pretty high-quality emulation and faithful music and sound effects. If you haven't, here's a brief summary of my opinion on each game. Sega Genesis Aladdin is great. The swordplay leaves a little to be desired, but the game feels quick and fun and the animation is top-notch. SNES Aladdin, on the other hand, feels sluggish to me, and the art doesn't hold up as well. Full disclosure, I grew up with the Sega Genesis version, so there may be a bit of bias here. That being said, I still think the Genesis version is kinder to newcomers. SNES and Sega Genesis Lion King are almost identical. The Sega version, I think, has better sound and music. The game looks beautiful, but the second level is a nightmare. Give it a try for yourself, but don't feel bad if you need to watch the first two levels of this game in order to progress. Other than that, I'm not a huge fan of how Simba controls. He feels a bit too slippery, and his jumping is a little weird. Finally, we have The Jungle Book, which is also almost identical on the SNES and the Sega Genesis. This is the only game in this collection I've never played before, and I gotta say, I was surprised how much I enjoyed it. The art style is fun and fluid, Mowgli controls well, and the levels are pretty easy to get through. I think The Jungle Book is the sleeper hit of this collection. There are also a few handheld versions of these games available, and they're fun to jump into for a minute, but unless you've got some strong nostalgia goggles, you're better off sticking to the console versions. Overall, it's a solid package with some nice features. $30 still seems a bit steep to me, but when it goes on sale, I wouldn't think twice about snagging this collection of retro games.